Hello, hello, hello.
Greetings.
Welcome to another Drams with Bams. Proving his point very nicely. If you're unfamiliar with the term BAM, please check out our channel description. We have the definitions there.
I am not a pot of bams.
So today is another quick video. We just do one whiskey this time, and it's one of your favourites. It's maybe your actual favourite.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll let you lead on this one because it's not my biggest. It's not I dislike it. It's just not one of.
It's Ardbeg Corryvreckan.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourites ever. I, like many people, did not enjoy a peaty whiskey or an Islay or anything when I first started drinking whiskey. I started out with the sort of big sherry bombs and those kind of things. The first one I ever tried was Glenmorangie, which I hate now. It's weird. But I love those kind of big, chewy, sherry kind of monsters. So I liked, yeah. So I liked, like Albert Lowers. I liked Ewins. I liked sort of Glenfarclas. I liked all these kind of things. But I just wasn't a huge fan of.
Oh wait, sorry, I looked like I was grabbing you. That was the dog. The dog's down there.
Yeah, the dog.
I want to be very clear. If I'm leaning over, I'm not touching Pete's
peaty. I wasn't really a big fan of it, but as is the case, particularly up here, when you're out drinking with your friends, they don't really offer you a drink or ask you what you want to drink. They just buy it and put it down in front of you, and if you don't drink it, you're ridiculed. And it was one of those particular evenings where a man bought me a drink and he put it down in front of me, and I was like, oh Jesus, oh cheers, and oh great.
Thanks, Dave.
And then it was Alan actually.
Damn
and
it.
then
It's good guess.
and it just completely changed my world. Like it was like I tried it, I'm like, wait a minute, this is incredible. Like I've described it to people over the last few years. Is like, that bit in Star Wars where he finds out he's a Jedi and he's like, oh wait a minute, this is amazing. It's like that where you just like suddenly realize there's this whole new.
And you grabbed your sword.
There's this whole new. There's this whole new, sort of area of whiskey that I can now sort of appreciate and get into because it turns out I actually like this stuff, and it was this one that changed my mind. Ardbeg Corryvreckan.
Named after a whirlpool.
A whirlpool.
The second largest in the world?
I can't mind. It's in between Islay and the mainland. Is that right?
Yeah, but it is north of Islay and Jura.
There you go.
And it's the world's second largest whirlpool.
Yeah. There's another story involving folk coming over and getting caught in it. I'm pretty sure. I can't mind that off the top of my
Probably.
head.
It was known by the Vikings as something else. So.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things. Anyway, so this is part of Ardbeg's standard range. I think we've spoken about Ardbeg Distillery a little bit in sort of previous kind of whiskey videos.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ardbeg, one of the sort of big hitters from Islay.
Yeah, huge. Which we have new information on though. About their new.
My sprungers are engorged.
Their new distillery manager, a man named Colin Gordon.
Not that we're watching you or anything.
No, we're not. I got an email. I signed up to the Ardbeg committee.
Friends.
I think they call it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I like getting the information on it. So they put an email saying, I think he started there with them in October, and they put an email just earlier, a week or so ago. And it turns out he did originally study zoology in Aberdeen.
That'll stand him in good stead for working on Islay.
Which means he may have indeed been in the Macker. As with most zoology students. Yeah, we know. So it's a good chance he's been here. So we actually emailed Ardbeg and said to them, look, we are doing these
If you've been in here before,
not him directly. I don't have his personal email address, which quite frankly is a disappointment in itself.
Not yet.
But I emailed their general email thing and says, look, as a bit of interest, any chance he remembers the bar and has any fond memories there, and also the offer of, we're doing all these bits and pieces. Would you be interested in helping us and taking part in things? Which is something
probably
we're trying
go,
to.
No, you weirdo! Stop
Probably
looking
not.
in my
Yeah.
bedroom.
You'd be like,
Stop looking in my bedroom window at
I
night.
knew you were new distillery manager because I looked over your fence.
Yeah. You cut down that tree outside your garden, mate. Yeah,
The wallpaper
so
looks great from outside.
absolutely. So so you mentioned the committee. I think it was 2000. That committee was sort of created in a bid to make sure that the distillery has had a sort of, it's been open, it's been closed, it's been open, and blah blah blah. But that committee was created, I think, around 2000 or whatever, and it was sort of like a committee to make sure that, you know, like the distillery would be looked after and it would never close again or do all this stuff. And I think the first release of Coryvreckan was for the creation of that committee. I think the first few productions of this.
I am genuinely listening, but they've got a wee map on the back to where
Kildalton.
To where Coryvreckan actually is.
So the whirlpool.
Yeah. So Ardbeg's down at the south of Islay-ish, south sort of east. Then you got Jura in the way, and at the very top of Jura, very north of Jura, there is Coryvreckan whirlpool.
Oh, there you go.
That would have been helpful before the video, so it didn't look like I was.
You think Jura would have used it in their marketing, but maybe not. Kildalton. Yeah. So that's the. Yeah, this is now part of their standard range. It replaced, and now this is a wonderful thing that I can't say, Aragnam Beast, which was a release of Ardbeg. That this
Could you try that again?
Aragnam Beast.
Cool. I don't know if it's right.
Harinam Beast. I don't know. And it replaced that. I did get to try that Aragnam Beast years ago, like a decade ago, and
you're old.
I seem to think that I think I prefer Coryvreckan, to be honest with you. This is matured in.
Oh, sorry, go.
French oak barrels. I've got a funny feeling it's Burgundy.
Ooh la la.
Sacre bleu.
Probably
very inappropriate to say things like
wildly,
that.
But screw it.
I've got a funny feeling it's Burgundy.
Little newspaper.
Off the top of my head.
I didn't have any information on that, if I'm honest. I have information about it. I don't have anything.
It's French. Well, it's certainly French oak barrels that they use. It's one of the few sort of experimental casks that they use in their sort of standard range. But I'm pretty sure it's Burgundy, but I could be wrong. But it's definitely French oak.
I've sort of probably the same thing that you had of this. When you try Islas, you start finding ones that you like, and it changes your opinion. Now, we had the wee beastie Ardbeg on a tasting a little while back, and as you well know now, I really, really like that. It's really a change for me with my tastes. I think the nose on it is amazing. The taste for me still hits me quite harshly, but the nose on the wee beastie is just lovely. It's so sweet and nice.
And that wee beastie for me, it's like a sort of stripped down. Like.
So it's Coryvreckan with training wheels.
Yeah, like if you strip down all that cask and all those things and you want to get down to the core character of what an Ardbeg spirit is, that's what that wee beastie is. This has more sort of subsidiary, tertiary kind of things, notes, harmonies going on around
herbal. It's not got the same sweetness.
You see that core character is still really there.
Yeah,
but
I think
there's an awful lot of harmony.
Yeah, so I still pick up on that same thing that I enjoy about the.
You get like a medicinal peat, but it's buttery, it's herby,
creamier, definitely.
It's like you get loads of that butter, but you know, like that ice cream we've got where it's peaty, but it's also kind of sweet and ice creamy. It's like that. It's like a nice mix. Like if you ate your fucking toast next to a big peat fire.
Say, so I was looking up the taste notes and stuff on this. Because as much as we go on what we taste and stuff, sometimes it's nice to know that we're right. Or
what's that thing that I can't quite put into words? Oh, it's this.
It's a really nice way to articulate things. But one I got in the taste notes, I don't know if you see the same one. Roast chicken crisps.
Yeah, I saw
you know
that.
What? I was like, I read it and I was
you
like...
You mean sensations?
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you that's what they mean as well.
Yeah, the thing is, like, it's really weird because you're like, of course it doesn't smell like roast chicken crisps.
Is that like gum? That's like, herbs though, isn't it? That's like thyme.
Probably.
Like those kind of savoury sage, thyme, those kind of savoury herbs.
We've spoken that you get the smell and you can't articulate and you need and you link it to a memory. So the bourbon's always cherry drops, even though there's more broken down ingredients that gives you that.
Great.
And this is the broken down ingredients do give you these bits and pieces, but overall, that if you say roast chicken crisp, that is what you get.
It's great. And tarmac.
Tarmac.
Which is another one I like. But when they're freshly, tarring a road.
Yeah,
And
I'll be honest, it's like the smell of petrol. You know what I mean? Like that's satisfying.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was weird, right? No, sorry, this is off. This is a bit.
No, everybody thinks that.
But well, no, I didn't think so when I was younger. Like in the car, my mom's filling up fuel and stuff, and I'd be like, smells nice. My mom would be like, fucking weird child.
Everybody likes
fair.
that.
But there was once I was going with my grandma Evelyn, and she was filling up. My aunt was filling a car, and I was, it's nice. And she's like, it's nice. Like, yeah, grandma.
Do you know why it is?
Why?
It's because it's getting you high.
That would make sense. Yes. No. Yeah.
So like permanent markers.
Yeah, that's a misspent use.
Aerosol. Yeah,
that's just a misspent use.
Yeah, it's you're basically huffing.
Yeah. Anyway, back to this. But the roast chicken crisp.
That's
really do.
So it's they're super intense. It's 57.1% ABV.
Going in.
Absolutely, you get that sort of buttery, creamy, but then medicinal, salty peat.
It is a salt. You get
herbs,
the saltiness through this.
Like that sort of thyme, sage and thyme, and those kind of things.
Maybe that's the tingliness.
Little hints of citrus.
Clementine.
All right. I can say so. Lemon.
I think it's because
lemony
it's
snicket.
Well, it's not as citrusy as those, I would think. To me, it doesn't.
Sort of lemon meringue.
I don't know. Maybe that.
And then you get smoky bacon.
You do get smoky bacon.
That cured meat.
Yeah, and I think it's that kind of smoke and peatness you get from it, which reminds you of that. Which again goes back to the, you know what? That's made up of different things to give you that smell, but the emotion you get from that and the memory that triggers. I mean, that's sitting at the back of our mouth, just going, and it's got the salty, the smoked meat, the peat just blasts through there. Yeah, and then you get that tarmac through your whole face. It's not. I'm warming to these islands. I really am.
Man.
It's changing for me, and
There's not a single part of my face hasn't been excited by that.
It's not the only thing.
Woo! Why did you? Your tail is wagging. Oh man, that's just wow! Just an absolute explosion.
I'm really starting to appreciate these a lot more than I used to. Again, it's just not to my taste. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm really starting to appreciate these more. I think it's because of the wee beastie. It's really like opened the door to me.
And like like you said, it's like heat, spice. It's like I start to like it. You start to eat sriracha and stuff like. I like spice because I like Tabasco.
And before you know it, you're on 2 million Scoville sauces and you're shooting.
Well, that's it. Like that's
out both ends.
That's it. That's why I enjoy this in the same way as I enjoy that. In that it's like I'm happy. I'm a changed man after it.
Yeah, I mean it's Ardbeg is really one that's changed for me since I've tried the wee beastie, and
it's lovely. I love Ardbeg. I love their core range. They're a bit gimmicky on their other things.
Yeah, I mean, like,
but they have.
If you see an advertisement flash up on Facebook, it's generally. I mean, it catches your eye.
Things like Galileo, when they're all kind of. But they're as a core range, man.
We've got a bottle of Ugadal coming.
Holy shit! Well, man, it's lovely.
We'll maybe do a video on that in a little while, but for now, I'm gonna have a glass of water and see if I can get that peat out of my mouth. Wait, hang on a second. No, I mean.
Settle down.
You have not had enough drinks from that yet.
Won't go that far.
Thank you very much again for watching, folks. You'll see us next time. Thanks, bye. That's really awkward, but didn't hit the button.